I'm gonna let this. I think I'm okay trading this Courser with two guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and ship with Courser and Scooz here and see what happens. If he wants to double up on either of those, I'm okay with it. Hey, Run of Trains. This is my channel. This is where we stream a couple times a week. You can, if you really like this deck and you want to see more action with the Kiki deck, there's links below the stream to primers I've written on the deck and videos and stuff like that. Oh, are you stuck, bud? Whoa. Whoa. That worked out better than expected. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exile some stuff from his graveyard here in response. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat a bunch of things out of his graveyard here, so that way he can't make the Snapcaster much worse. So I'd rather lose the Wall of Omens to a Thoughtseize than the Voice, so we're just going to go ahead and ship back here. Found a Celestial Colonnade, alright. Yeah, so I had to use the Wall of Roots mana there to get rid of absolutely everything. So I think that was worthwhile. Like, the Wall of Roots can no longer block Dark Confidant and Shambling Vents, but I think that trade-off is fine. Our life total's pretty high. And this Voice will force him to play in a little bit awkward way. If he paths us, if he wants to path us, he has to path us on his turn, and then we're going to have to shuffle this bird away, which is excellent as well. Like, I love the way Voice contorts your opponent to have to play the game. Revel Arc. Can you beat that card, bud? Sure if you can. The Scooz was only a 3/3. Play Bird out. We're one short of being able to play the Revel Arc. We can no longer attack because he has Shambling Vent, so I'm just going to ship back here. Hollowed Fountain. Oh, he's hitting his lands. So Scavenging Ooze definitely ended up being worthwhile. We are still on 61. And hey, we're 4-0 in this league, okay? And this game's looking okay. Sculler, my Lark, but I'm going to have a Pride Mage to play. So, like, that's 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Kiki on top of the deck, deal. And this lets Courser start attacking. Puts him down to 6. Found a Remand. That's really bad with Voice in play. I'm going to go ahead and use this mana now. Get my Lark back. Maybe I'm supposed to wait on that, actually. Yeah, it's possible I'm supposed to wait on that. We got Esper Charm during the draw step there. I'd feel really bad about myself. So I'd believe that I'm supposed to have waited on that. The old cast Remand, give me a 7/7. Deal, good sir. Deal. If he has a Wrath, it's not even the end of the world at this board state, so that's pretty sweet. Flooded Strand. Well, he's hit land 3 out of 4 Bob triggers, so that's pretty good for him. Concedes the game. Huh. Fulminator's probably good. Sin Collector's probably good. Realm Razor's probably good. What cards do I want to cut? I don't think I want Helix, although it's possible. Like, I guess a lot of his creatures die to Helix. Maybe I actually want more Helix and less Path. I could buy that for $1. Let's do that. Spellskite's pretty good against Path to Exile removal. Pontiff's medium. Eidolon of Rhetoric is medium. One Pride Mage is probably a fine hedge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we want Helix. Why Realm Razor? Because his deck's kind of mana hungry, and like we can get ahead on board, and then like Realm Razor, like decks that get ahead on board like playing Armageddon. So like get ahead on board, Armageddon, kill him. What are the cuts? I could see cutting some acceleration. It could be that I don't want a bunch of Fulminators. Like, he's got a couple of man lands. I'm not playing music while we stream, because I want the archives to have audio, so I apologize for that. Yeah, I don't think Eidolon's good enough. Like, it's okay against Snapcaster Mage, but we have Scavenging Ooze. I kind of like Pontiff just because it kills Dark Confidant, but that might be too narrow. The other upside to Pontiff is there's probably a good chance he's got Lingering Souls in his deck, so I think I want to leave Pontiff just based on Bob and like the chance he has souls. If we get through most of his deck in this game and lose and we don't see Lingering Souls, I'll cut the Pontiff. We're not going to play any standard. We don't have new cards on Moto yet. We got 2 more cuts here because we're playing 61. Maybe I just don't want any paths. Like, giving him extra land seems pretty miserable. I'm going to cut 1 bird, too. Flooding is something that inevitably happens. I think I'm okay with this configuration. The thing is, though, I don't like cutting bird. I'm going to cut a wall because I don't like cutting bird when I'm bringing in another black card. Pride Mage can kill Tide Hollow Sculler, and in case he brings in, like, random enchantment that stops us from comboing, I want to be able to Pride Mage it. Why? My toddler went to bed, and Daniel Tiger is still playing. We're going to remedy that. Because I'm singing to the Daniel Tiger songs. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. In general, I pretty much won't mulligan lands and spells against decks that have discard spells in them. We have yet to put Realm Razor into play. I really want to put Realm Razor into play. We're playing 61 cards in the main deck, so that is correct. We have 61 cards post-board. You can find links to the deck list below the stream. You can find links to all the decks I'm working on my Meadery page, which is linked below the stream. He took the bird. Man, the bird was going to be really good with turn 2 Collector. All right, so now we're going... so with this Collector, we're going to go White Source, Black Source, PN Corinne now. We're going to hurt ourselves a little bit to do that, but... when in doubt, I think you always leave the Quadrantly Pride Mage in your deck. The downside to like having this one random Meddling Mage, yep. All right, maybe I want more removal than I have. The downside to having this one random card in your deck is minimal, and the upside of having a quotable answer to something like Torpor Orb or Worship is huge. So when in doubt, unless you know your opponent's exact 75 and how they're sideboarding against you, leave the Quadrantly Pride Mage in your deck. It's one slot that's worth having. Probably losing the Sin Collector here if I had to guess. That's unfortunate. I think I'm still going to fetch Overgrown Tomb here. This Meddling Mage is on PN Corinne. If he doesn't hit a land, that's good for us. Has a land. Sculler. No, he named PN Corinne Nalar because that's the card that's like better than all of his cards. Now this next one's going to name Cord, I assume. So now we're drawing kind of slim because I did not board. I boarded out the Path to Exile. So like we need to find Lightning Helixes. It's unfortunate. Yeah, our opponent's had a very good draw so far. And that being said, like he's just played a bunch of Grizzly Bears, so like his deck's doing exactly what it wants to be doing, and our deck, we haven't. We drew one spell. We drew Sin Collector, so. Gonna bring in Engineered Explosives and probably at least 2 of the Paths for the next game. I guess I'll play Foothills out because he knows about that and pass the turn. This is unfortunate when we get remanded or something like that, but if he has those types of answers, he has those types of answers. Could just get Paths or something like that too, so. So dead in 3 right now. 2 more turns. We can attempt to block with Raging Ravine next turn at least. So if we draw Helix this turn, it's pretty good because we can go Helix into PN Current. Just like another one on PN Current, so that's the card he really can't beat. God, how good would Engineered Explosives be? Restoration Angel. Drew another chord. Great. We're going to try and block the one, probably on PN Current first. This is probably just getting like Snapcaster removal spelled, but I guess we're let's see if he wants that to eat. Yeah. My youngest is learning to walk and he just fell over. Poor kid. Helix, Helix, Lark. I'm gonna evoke Lark to try and see his hand with the Sin Collector. We're dead here, but he doesn't know that. What? Deathmark. Alright, so we learned something about his deck. And he has to be willing to attack into this, assuming I don't have a path, so. So his draw, his deck seems like a lot of really underpowered creatures. So like now he knows that we're just dead. That's great. I couldn't even just draw a land, so he had to think about it. Alright, so we're going to board in some more removal here. Path. I think Wall of Roots is actually pretty good. I think he's on less counter magic than I'm expecting, so I'm going to board out Sin Collector and Fulminator Mage. I'm going to board out Pontiff too, because I don't think he's on Lingering Souls after how that game played out. Realm Razor's probably too cute because he's trying to go under us more than being a controlling deck. I'm just going to bring in all the paths. 3 of the paths. Is there anything else I want to play here? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, Pontiff out. Like I said, we saw a lot of his deck and we still didn't see Lingering Souls, so on the off chance he does have Lingering Souls, we have PN Current still, so. Yeah, that sounds fine. Not amazing, but fine. Is that good or bad? He's not choking, so he's fine. I will be at the regionals in Chicago. Oh, okay. Weather permitting that I can get up to Chicago, I will be at the regional in Chicago. Yeah, assuming our opponents like boarding the wall out was probably bad because our opponents just don't like mono Grizzly Bear beatdown. I wonder what our opponent's record is. Our opponent is 0-1 and we are 4-0. Oh, Moto Leagues. Okay, I assume he's taking Helix too. Drawing Witness there is a good draw. Nope, completely.